Top 5 clients for MCPE 1.19. Starting off with the Steel client, we get this really cool introduction animation over here. As you can tell, the panorama is completely changed. We also do have new custom cosmetics over here. The buttons are rearranged and they look really good. When you load into this client, you'll immediately notice how we get a built-in compass and a built-in clock as well. You will also notice that we actually get a little meter that will indicate how fast we are going over here. So if we stand still, it's going to go back to 0, and that is yet another useful feature. We also get new textures over here, such as these highlighted ores, which definitely does look amazing. And we also do have full grass, but here's how these settings do look like. As you can tell, we get this really smooth animation in the settings, which I honestly really do love. We have quick settings over here where we can easily change our POV, we can hide our HUD, HUD, our FOV, and over here is the change logs for the Steel client, some information, and of course some guides as well. Also, you do notice that we have even more cosmetics. We have a Steel client cape over here that actually has a really cool animation to it, and also we do get a health indicator on the top of our player over here, and of course we do have brand new chat settings as well, which definitely does make this client far more better. And also we get these really cool icons and all the potions over here, which once again is another feature that I love. Next up, we have the Bedzu client. As you can tell, we get another really smooth animation over here as it does load in, and boom guys, here's what we do get. We get a brand new panorama over here, which looks really good, and of course we do have the Bedzu Client logo in the top right over here, and in general we get an entire new UI over here, which looks way more cleaner in my opinion. When you load into this client, you immediately notice that we actually have the coordinates towards the bottom of the screen right over here, and also we get a brand new creative menu over here. It looks more like Java Edition, so I can definitely appreciate that. But here's how these settings do look like. They actually made the settings look like Java Edition, so that is honestly really unique, and it actually does highlight important things like your world seed and friendly fire and so much other good stuff as well. So yeah, there's actually a full-on mod menu as well that you guys can use in order to like change your HUD and stuff like that. Such a unique client. Next up, we have the Bedrocktimize Client right over here. This client is meant to increase your FPS as much as possible, and you'll immediately notice that we actually do get a brand new logo over here, and we have a panorama of the mangrove swamp as well, and we can actually go ahead and enable our player character over here. But this client is meant to provide the biggest FPS boost with its simpler textures, clear water, and much more. And here's how the creative menu does look like. You'll notice that we get a built-in clock and a built-in compass over here, as well as a recovery compass as well. We can also see our armor HUD over here, so that's really cool. But if you actually go to the settings, you'll notice that they're made to be much more smoother and actually simpler. For example, we have some quick settings over here where we can easily change our camera perspective. It also does give you information about the client along with some recommendations in order to get the best performance. Next up, we have the Asteroid Client. The Asteroid Client looks absolutely amazing. We get a brand new panorama over here along with the Asteroid Client logo in the center of our screen over here. When you load into this client, you'll notice that we actually do get a little armor HUD right over there. It actually does tell us the direction we are going, so it tells us if we're going north. We have the coordinates over here. So this actually does come with a full-on mod menu as well that you guys can actually go ahead and change over here. And we actually get a full-on timer over here, so if you want to keep track of how long you're playing your Minecraft, then this client is definitely for you. Not to mention that we also get highlighted ores as well, along with full grass and also low fire as well, and static fire of course. But here's how the settings do look like. It actually does organize the settings for you. Over here you're able to see your world, you're able to see your video, your interface, your mods, all that good stuff. And here in the video you're actually able to adjust it so you do get a massive FPS boost, which is just super duper useful in my opinion. As if this client wasn't already cool enough, we actually do get a Asteroid Client cape over here along with like a little asteroid like little logo on top of us as well. Next up, we have the Bedrock Client right over here. It actually does give you this really smooth introduction animation, and you can tap anywhere to go ahead and play on this client. As you can tell, we have a brand new panorama over here. When you load into this client, you'll notice that we have two new buttons towards the corner of the screen over here. We have this button that you guys can press in order to hide your HUD over here, which is super duper useful, especially for mobile players. Or you guys can go ahead and press on the debug menu over here, and it'll actually tell you a bunch of information about yourself and the world you are in right over here. It actually also does give you a built-in compass and a built-in clock over there as well. You'll also notice that if you actually go ahead and go to your settings over here, we will get a button that says menu right over here. And if you actually go ahead and press on it, it is basically going to pop out this entire menu over here, and you guys can basically fiddle around with it and actually control what you see in your home screen. So if you don't want to see your scoreboard, you can turn that off or you can keep it on. And the settings are made to be completely better in my opinion. Take a look at this, boys. We have some quick settings over here to change your perspective. It actually does organize your settings into buttons and toggles and stuff like that. And we have extreme extremely low fire over here, which is another really cool feature. But boom, take a look at that, boys. This client also does come with a cape as well, which is another really cool feature that I absolutely love. And what's really unique about this client is that if you actually die somewhere, it's going to give you a beacon to the last place that you did die. So that is once again another really cool feature, and it does go all the way up to the sky. See you later, French fries.